The first experience where you actually had to go and board a plane. I mean, you were coming from Chivolia, and then this is, from Chivolia jumping on a plane. I couldn't picture that. So how was the first experience?
I mean that I remember. I think you remember Adam, no? Adam,
Yes, Adam
the-
McGuigan, yes.
Like Billy, like call me, tell me
Yeah.
everything. And then I was like, it was more like a dream, like a fantasy, like you're going through things. And then I was sitting in the plane, and then I'm like, I'm in the plane.
So yeah, trying to.
And then they were like, ngatukwera mundeke, ufunika unkana na mate ambili, so ukamburuka umbera, so just maths yana varike. So I did that.
Okay guys, so in today's video I'll actually be chatting with one of a few Zambians that have actually met Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Now what is so special about this young man is that he's actually coming from a notorious compound here in Zambia, the West neighborhood, or the West ghetto that you may get to think of, the West ghetto that you can actually live in when you are in Zambia. It's called Chivolia compound. It's well known for drugs, fightings, and people killing each other. So lots of bad vices going on in Chivolia. But here is a young man that is actually trying to change the narrative. This one is actually one of the successful stories coming from this ghetto slum. So if you are looking for inspiration, guys, this is a video that you've got to watch from start to finish, because this is a young man that has done a lot of works around the communities here in Lusaka and many other areas in Zambia. Okay, so make sure that you watch the video to the end. Now, remember, before we go any further, I want you guys to help me by doing these three things. Number one, I want you to like this video so that YouTube can actually get to show it to more people. Number two, I want you to subscribe if you've just come across my channel for the first time, or you've been watching my videos but you haven't subscribed yet. This is the time for you. Please subscribe and also turn on the bell notification. The other thing is, guys, please, they say that sharing is actually caring. So go ahead and share this video if you can. You may not know who this video can actually get to inspire out there, So yeah, let's get straight into today's video, guys.
Yeah. When tule kulaka.
All right, guys. So I'm joined here by this amazing gentleman, and I will let him introduce himself. But in the introduction, like I said, he's one of the guys that have actually met the Queen. One of the few guys in Zambia that have actually met the Queen. So I'll let him introduce himself and what actually led him to meet the Queen. So, yes, sir.
Yes,
how are you?
Fine, yeah. Thank you, Samson. My name is Gift Chansa. I'm a performer or a circus artist, a social entrepreneur.
Okay, so you've heard it for yourself. This is what Gift does. And where were you born? Where were you born and where were you raised, if I may ask that question?
Yeah, so I think the background is my mother comes from Northern Province, my dad from also Northern Province, and then they moved here, I think in the 60s or something like that.
Okay.
And then they settled in Chivolia. So
Chivolia.
So me, I was born at UTS, but we were living in Chivolia.
Born in Chivolia, how was life like, being raised in one of the notorious compound in Zambia? If actually, I would like to use the word Zambia. That Chivolia is one of the notorious ghetto, or should I say a slum, where a lot of bad vices, bad activities take place. But like I said, Gift is one of a success story when it comes to the people that live in Chivolia, the people that have come from Chivolia. Is one of the success stories. So how was life living in Chivolia first?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I want to say I'm not one of the people. I've seen a lot of like girls in the Copper Queens. A lot of them are from Chivolia.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Many netball people. So I think also like being in the township, so being in Chivolia is always like if the people people themselves inside, they're active. Even me, I was active as a young person and like always going places. But as soon as you go out and you actually say I'm from this place, and then the perception that comes, that is was a defining moment for us, because then we wanted to be more like, even me, like I wanted to be more like, no, I'm not part of the drugs,
bad
of
guys,
the criminality,
yes.
of things like that. But you know, like we were also in a situation where you are like, even when we went to look for works in the industries,
some
and then you
Peace
say,
Works
yeah, Peace Works, you say I'm from Chibouti, and then they're like,
these are thieves.
You're going to steal from us. So
Okay.
then it hits you in the way it hits you.
I
So
understand.
so even when we were going out from Chibouti, we knew where we were coming from. We knew ourselves, and we knew how to act so people don't like think you are a thief in the end.
Yeah.
So I think that was like you know, at Nkuzua Kochokera.
Okay, yeah, I get it. So you need to know where you're coming from. So you knew how to maneuver and say.
We were saying Chiboria's there. You can say
Oh
Chiboria's
yeah,
there.
okay, yeah.
But, I mean, it came with a cost. It came with a cost.
Yeah,
You knew
that's-
that okay, people won't trust me, but the few that trust you, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But also, like, you know, from Chiboria, then we started performing with a group called Africa Dance Factory over
Okay,
Chichok
yes.
with Mr. Kapotwe.
So he was an interesting man. So you joined him at Africa Dance Factory, isn't it?
Yes, Africa Dance
So how was
Factory.
it there? How was
So
the
you know, they
experience?
were called the chick jokes in the beginning, and they were very
okay.
popular. But then
Yeah.
they actually, Mr. Who's the late
Kapotwe.
president,
Oh.
is the one that brought them. They were based in the Copper Belt. He brought and
Which
then
president was that?
Michael Chirufiasa.
Oh, Michael Chief. Okay, there we go.
But then a lot of them were in Mississippi and Chibouti. Actually, they were
Chibouti,
there.
yes.
But they were like, you know, a huge inspiration, because they were also on TV. They were a cultural group,
Yes.
and then we could see them like, okay, we'll come and check it out. But like being in that environment where you see everybody that is more inspiring, and also. Like when we were sitting together, we could talk about like Chibouti as a township, and them like helping us to like choose a path that is
a
different.
better path, okay.
Because everything is there. You can be anything you want in Chibouti, and that is true.
Yeah, that is true indeed. Yeah. So what bad experience did you yourself encounter as we are living in Chibouti?
I think, you know, like, if you live in Chibouti, you see a lot of abuse. I mean, from like drug abuse, people being abused, and also like families abusing each other, like even wife battering. You see people become in the street because maybe they've not been eating, they've just been drinking. So you see all of these things, and if you're not careful, you become associated with. You think it's normal.
That's it.
And so I always felt like I think we were lucky because when we started performing, then we were moving out of the township, going to perform. When we perform
Kablonga, yes, nice places
nice
now.
places. And then you start seeing, you're like, oh, actually things are different. You know, like the way people live, the way people. And then we were like started, even dreaming bigger.
Yeah. Okay. So Africa Dance Factory, and then. What came next after that?
I think from Africa Dance Factory, then we went to Barefit. So Barefit works with young people. I mean, I think,
Okay,
you know Barefit.
Barefit, me and Gift actually, we knew each other way back, like in 2009, when we were both at Barefit. Actually, he joined us when we were at Barefit, and then a very interesting company that works with young people. You know, doing a lot of work in the communities to try and change the perception and give young people another direction in life and inspire them as they work in different communities. So Gift came to Barefit. For me, I think we've done quite a number of plays together with Barefit, plays like Alice in Wonderland, and then I think we've done Heo, the Chief of Chibobobombo, and then we've done The Lost Boys of Neverland. I think that was the first play that we did, The Lost Boys of Neverland. So we actually met at Barefit. Now, how did that change your life?
I think Yeah, no, that is interesting. But also, you know, like that also came with some sort of like leadership.
Yeah.
So then at some point I wasn't a child anymore, but I was that person that was standing in front of young people that maybe are from the street, or they live on the street, or if we go to do an outreach, you meet these young people on the street, and then you try to encourage them. So you become like that person that is more like, oh, you know what, you can change this, or you can go to Fountain of Hope. There they give you food. You can go visit. You identify all these places, and then I think that also became it was a factor for us, but also like traveling, you know, like then at Buffett we started like going, we go
moving around, yes.
and then we go perform outside the country.
Yeah, I think the first performance that you did with Barefoot, I mean outside, I can't recall very well, but I think you went to Liverpool. To perform and study acrobatics more, so that you can actually come and fuse in the acrobatics into the theater, the Barefoot theater itself, in some of the plays. And how was the first experience of you traveling? I mean, the first experience where you actually had to go and board a plane. I mean, you were coming from Chivolia, and then this is, you know, from Chivolia jumping on a plane. I couldn't picture that. So how was the first experience?
I remember, I think you remember Adam, no? Adam,
yes, Adam
McGuigan,
yes.
artistic. It was it was like Billy, like call me, tell me everything. And then I was like, it was more like a dream, like a fantasy, like you're going through things. And then I was sitting in the plane, and then I'm like, I'm in the plane.
So trying to.
And then they were like, you know, ngatukwera mundege, ufunika unkana na mate ambili, so ukamburuka umbera, maps yana varike. So I did that. But
did you vomit?
No, I didn't vomit. And yes, I really enjoyed like being in the plane. I was just like looking. I'm like, this is like
going in the air, flying. So I think that was interesting. But then I know Adam, being at Barefoot, did quite a number of amazing things, especially that he was one of the guys that were in the forefront trying to work, bringing in his ideas about working with kids from the streets, working with kids from different backgrounds. So I think, how was your relationship with people at Barefoot itself? I know we've talked about you being given an opportunity to travel. What other things did Barefoot play in your life?
I think also Barefoot was a foundation, you know, like also on what we've become today, like also understanding that this is possible, you know, and this is why I think I chose the path of like social
entrepreneur.
Yeah, because it's you know, like with Circus as well, we would have wanted, would have just been like we would just perform and earn money, but also we wanted to be a bit more like give back, but also, you know, like if when we were in Barefoot, there was also a lot of young people that were doing acrobatics, and so also we felt like Barefoot would accommodate everyone, like there's just like a number of like people coming in,
good talent coming in, so
and then we were like, we let's go back. Also, I think by then I think we did go in 2014. We did go to China.
Oh yes, I remember you went to China with your company.
Yes,
the Bernard, the
Amos.
Yes, a lot of people. Okay, so you went to China to perfect your art.
So we went to China, and then in China it was amazing as well, because then people have like you know, Findeco building.
Yeah,
it's
we
like
say
Findeco.
Yes,
it's like a company. It's like a circus company. You know,
okay.
Like you can have a whole Findeco building as a company. So these also were like, you know, things like we didn't imagine.
Yeah, you got inspired by that.
Yes, we got inspired. So when we came back, we were like, okay, let's create something. Let's perform in the community. Let's engage young people.
Yeah.
And then I think that's where Seka Zambia as well comes in.
Oh, I see. So where I am right now, it's a place, it's a company, or a social work company that is called Sekas Zambia, and Gift is one of the founders. So he's just telling me here that the journey that he made from bare feet going to China is actually one of the turning points, because he got so much inspiration that when he came back with his colleagues, they decided, no man, look, Barefoot has a lot of young men that are doing acrobatics and circus, so why not opening our own company? So that's how you came up with this particular one, isn't it?
Yeah. Also, I think we initially had an idea in like 2013, sorry.
Okay, that idea was born
before
in 2013, somewhere
yeah.
there, yes.
Yeah, so we had like written a proposal and stuff like that, so we knew, but like we just didn't, in a way, we didn't believe in ourselves. We didn't know the steps that we needed
to take.
But I think after we came from China, it was mostly like, okay, what's next? You know? Also for our life was mostly like, okay, you've done this big thing in your life, and you've trained on
you
like
have
international scale. You have all the
skills and
So we were like, okay, we need to apply the skills. And challenge ourselves. I mean, like going out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, that's interesting, because I do remember, I think Barefoot started in 2006.
Yes, yeah.
And I was among the people that came up with Barefoot, because I was with a group called Builders of the Right Attitude, which came up with Barefoot together with the Black Saints of the Fountain of Hope. Now, throughout my stay at Barefoot, I noticed some things. Barefoot used to bring in a lot of people, experts from different parts of the world, to come and teach actors, or that is theater actors, performers, and acrobats. That is different skills. Not only if you are an acrobat. They taught you other things as well, like writing proposals, different management skills. So I'm sure you got something from Barefoot in terms of managing a project. Now, I mean, Sekas Zambia is a very big project, if you may call it a project. It's a very big. How did that experience actually help you?
Yeah, I mean, I think from at Barefoot I did a lot of projects, like you're saying. I was an artist facilitator on like a number of projects, and that required us to write a report.
Reports,
and also come up with a concept for workshops that we were doing and things like that. So I think also like that is true in the way, because even when we wanted to start our company, we were thinking, like, I've seen a lot of companies in Zambia, but they're not audited in a way. So
they're not audited at all.
When we wanted to start our company, we were like, we want to be different, we want to be audited, we want to be professional.
We want to pay tax.
We need to pay tax. Yes, we need everything in place so people can take us serious. But also we have other people. We had other people that had like master's degree within our company. So I think we were I think the idea was that let's not.
The mediocrity way of doing things.
Yes,
I know. So because actually you are right, because a lot of companies that we've seen, they just wake up. There's just somebody that wakes up and then they say, okay, well, I'm going to help people in the community, without even looking at the paperwork and stuff like that. And then you chose a different pathway. You came up with all the necessary documents, and like you are saying now, you've got actually some people with the degrees, that master's degrees, that are actually working with this company. So I think that's so amazing. Now let's get to this main thing. This company started in 2015,
2015. Yeah,
Sekas, Zambia.
Yeah.
And then the main issue here is also, how did you get to meet the queen herself?
Okay, that's it for now, but in a few hours time we are going to drop a part 2, guys, on how Gift actually got to meet the queen. You know, how did he get to meet the most powerful woman in the world? Okay, so watch out, turn on the bell notification so that you don't miss any upload in a few hours time. Okay.